Okay guys, welcome to my video on my favorite e-bike accessories. Long overdue, and I don't want to mess anything up, so that's why we are sitting down in this very nice setting. I have my iPad here and my black Apple Pencil, and we're going to go through the top accessories based off of my experience and some research, because some of these items are in my cart. I've yet to get around to buying them, but I do plan on buying them in the near future. And spoiler, I think the title is going to be labeled the top 5 accessories. There's a lot more than 5 products, but there's 5 main categories. So that's what we're going off of. And everything I talk about is going to be linked down below with affiliate links. So if you end up buying anything with my links, I do get a small kickback, and it helps to support what I do here. Okay, so I'm a busy guy. I'm sure you're busy, so let's jump right into this. The first category is security. So you just picked up a fancy, new, expensive e-bike, and you want to make sure that you continue to own it well into the future. So to help you with that, the first one is just my basic bike lock. I just picked this up a few days ago. Now, prior to having this chain lock, I did have a U-lock, and most recently this cable lock. Now, the general consensus I gathered from you guys reading reviews as well as my own experience is that these chain locks are the best overall. In comparison to a cable lock, it's much more difficult to chop through a chain. Not impossible, just more difficult. The U-lock is the most secure in that way, but these chain locks are just a lot more versatile than a small little U-lock. And the final quick note here on locks is this, I guess, head design to me is the best. It's the easiest and fastest to connect and disconnect. You do not need the key in order to lock it back up, and there's a dust cover over the keyhole. That's crucial. Now, sticking with the topic of bike security, having an alarm system is a nice addition. And the alarm system, if you're not aware, is just like a motion sensing device. So if somebody messes with the bike, tries to cut the lock, the alarm will sound and add another layer of security. Now, this is one of those products I've yet to pick up personally, but on Amazon there's a ton of kind of copycats that are all pretty similar. This one seems to be pretty good. It recharges via USB Type-C, which is a pretty big deal for me. This one happens to be a bit more compact in size while maintaining, as far as I could tell, all of the other features. Now, I did see an alternative to this product, and this is identical in every single way, but it's also a tail light, so it integrates the alarm into a tail light. Kind of cool. So if you're in need of a tail light and a security system, this could be a slightly better option. Okay, now let's move on to the second grouping here, and this is the touch points of the bike. And in case you're not familiar, that means the grips, the seat, and the pedals, the 3 points where you come in contact with the bike. This is pretty crucial. So let's begin with the top and work our way down. So these are the grips that I put on every single one of my bikes. I like them. They're grippy, they're sleek, they look good, and they're cheap. It's like $7, $8. The only thing notable about this product is that it is a lock-on grip, so you physically screw it into place, and it's a lot more secure because of that. Okay, so let's move on to the seat. I'm a pretty big fan of this right here. It was a little bit stiff out of the box, but since using it, I kind of broke it in, and now it's pretty comfortable. And it also looks sharp, so I can recommend it. So the company here is U-Pan Bike, Up-In Bike, something like that. It does have the springs underneath the seat, which is nice. As mentioned, they are a little bit stiff, and the saddle itself is wide, so it can accommodate many butts. To give you guys an alternative, I also like this seat. This is the one I had on my first electric mountain bike conversion, and I used it for all of my 3,300 miles I had on that bike. I would say this seat is actually a little bit more comfortable and plush than this one, although this one has the much better build quality and design. Okay, and then finally we have the pedals, and here I can solidly recommend the Rock Bros mountain bike pedals. These are solid aluminum, they look very sleek, they have great sealed ball bearings, and they have little spikes on them to give you fantastic grip. Really, the only negative is they're a little bit expensive at $30, but currently there's a 6% off coupon. Now, this is one of those products that I had on my previous electric mountain bike build, and I do plan on buying another pair for this one pretty soon. Okay, now moving on, the next category here is just a good bike headlight. Because if you search Amazon for bike headlight, there's going to be 100 different options, and to me, they're all extremely low quality. And that's just something I learned from my first bike build, because on that one I did buy one of these random cheap headlights, and it really wasn't that good. It was pretty dim, and there's nothing special about it. So this time around I did something radically different, and I essentially made my own bike headlight using a super high-powered LED military-grade flashlight. This one is advertised as having a brightness of 20,000 lumens. I don't think it's that bright, although honestly it might be. But the feature that I love about this is that the beam is adjustable, and no bike headlight has that feature. And then to mount it on the bike frame, I bought a double clamp mechanism. I'll leave everything linked down below, and this is how it looks on the bike. Okay, now the fifth and final category is tires. At some point we're all going to have to replace them, and most bikes out of the factory come with pretty lackluster tires. Now unfortunately this is not an easy decision because the tires affect so many aspects of the bike: how it handles, the traction, your range, the weight of the bike, as well as how puncture resistant they are, because flat tires are not fun. But when it comes to the 20 by 4 inch fat tires, I think I decided that the Shinko 241s or 244s are the best all-around option. In fact, two of my friends upgraded to this tire, one with the Onyx and the other has the X-Class, and they both love the tires. Now the first thing you have to know about these tires is that they're actually motorcycle tires. So they give you a lot better puncture protection, but they also add quite a bit of rolling mass to your bike. But I think overall these really are one of your best options. They're super easy to buy, they're on Amazon. They're going to give you great traction, puncture resistance, and they're also going to last a long time because they're designed for a motorcycle. Okay, so those are all of my products. Those are the 5 main categories. But I'm going to toss in some bonus items here because we're talking about tires and flats. Here are some highly rated anti-flat products, beginning with tire slime. This is very well known. You put this into the inner tube of your tire, and if you get a puncture, it's supposed to help to seal it on the spot, and then all you have to do is reinflate the tire. Another similar product is called Flat Out, and this is the same basic thing as tire slime, but it uses a different compound that may or may not be more effective. And then we have Stan's No Tube Tire Sealant. So if you're running tubeless, this is the one to get. And then finally, everybody should have a patch kit with them at all times, and this one seems pretty solid at $9. Okay, so that's the video. Hope you guys got some value out of it. These are some of my favorite e-bike accessories, and if I missed a product that you really enjoy on your bike, let us all know about it in the comments down below. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel for future content, and remember, the links to all these products will be down below, and if you do end up buying anything with my link, I do get a small kickback and helps support what I do here. But with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep it real.